Hi, it's Michelle with the Singing Baker, and a special shout out to all the great fathers out there. So happy Father's Day coming up. I thought I would make some great ribeyes in honor of them, as well as some yummy potatoes to go along with it. So I'm going to head on over to Western Beef. It's a great place here in town where we can get some great selection of meat, and you can always just talk to the butcher and get the cut that you want. So I'm going to look for some great ribeyes, and we'll pick up some potatoes as well. Stay tuned. So I'm back from the store, and we found some really great selections of ribeyes at the store, so I picked those up. And then we also have some nice potatoes. Steaks don't take very long to cook on the grill, maybe 12-13 minutes at the most for a nice medium rare. So I'm going to get my potatoes started first. We like to actually do them in the microwave first, and then until maybe 20 minutes or so has passed in the microwave, and then you're going to finish them off on the grill essentially. And then usually everything kind of cooks together and is finished at the same time, which is nice. So what I've been working on is basically poking holes with a fork in all of my potatoes. You want to definitely do that so that they don't explode on you in there. So the first step was to wash them. Make sure you wash them really good, and then just start to prick them basically all over. And then after we're done, I'm basically gonna pop them in the microwave. You're going to be cooking them for roughly maybe 18 to 20 minutes, and what you're looking for is for them just to begin to soften. So once they start to soften on you, you're pretty much ready to get them over to the grill at that point. So I'm going to get these in the microwave and get them going, and then we will start a nice marinade for the steak. If you have time actually to marinate the steaks a good amount of time ahead of time, even better. Today we just kind of had a last minute decision to grab some steaks, so we're going to do maybe half an hour to marinate the steaks, and then we'll finish them all off. I think we have enough holes in the potatoes. I'm going to get this going in the microwave. Alright, so I have my potatoes in the microwave. They are cooking off. They have about, I put 20 minutes on the timer, so I have about 18 minutes or so left. I'm going to get started on the marinade. I'm going to let it sit for 20 minutes, maybe 30 at the most. You can always let your potatoes just sit, and you know, they'll come a little bit to room temperature, but then you're going to wrap them up. We're basically going to take our potatoes and drizzle them with some olive oil, or maybe you could do butter instead, and just put them in a foil pocket with some salt and pepper as well. So I'll show you how we do that in a few minutes. I'm going to start getting my marinade together. Let me go over the ingredients with you. So we have about 1.5 cups of red wine, and just use your favorite. Today we're using Cabernet Sauvignon, and I'm also going to be putting some olive oil in here. We have about 1/3 cup of extra virgin olive oil. And then I have 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of black pepper, and again 1.5 teaspoons of soy sauce. And we have some onion powder. And then I have 3 garlic cloves here. So I'm just going to mince these garlic cloves really quick. And if you've watched my videos before, you've probably seen me with doing this trick. Just basically smash it, and then the clove pops right out for you. Very easy. So I'm just going to do that with all 3 of these. And I'm just going to mince this up. We really enjoy a good steak in this house, so we do it maybe once every couple weeks or so, definitely for some special occasions, but Father's Day is a nice day to pull out some great steaks and get them on the grill as well. And sometimes we will eat it with a great salad on the side, or maybe some asparagus. Our house is very fond of asparagus. We eat a lot of asparagus in this house too. But today we're going to do some potatoes. Alright, so I got the garlic peeled here. Just gonna do a quick mince of them. You want to get some small pieces here. I actually cook more inside the house, and my hubby enjoys grilling, so a lot of times actually he's the one out there on the grill grilling these up. Grilling is one of his favorite ways to cook. Alright, so I've chopped up my garlic here. It's pretty minced. Minced is just a very tiny chop. You're going to get them pretty small, the pieces. And then instead of getting a separate bowl, I like to actually use my measuring cup for my bowl. So I'm going to take my red wine and use that as my serving bowl and just pop all the garlic in there. It's actually a great way to do it, and then you can just pour it on your steaks afterwards. So there's the garlic. I'm going to go ahead and add my olive oil into here. And you can start to whisk it in just to incorporate everything together. Okay. We got a little bit of soy sauce and salt. Some black pepper just to give it a little bit of a kick. And then we have some onion powder here. You can most certainly add some fresh onion if you like. You can make that decision. I'm just giving it a good whisk. And then I'm going to pour it on top of our steaks here. Oh, it smells delicious. Just gonna pour it all over. Let me get my fork to get all the extra yumminess on here. And then I like to just turn it a few times just to make sure it's really incorporated in. Again, if you have time to make this marinade, you could do it a day ahead and let it really soak in there, even better. But you know, with life, sometimes you just don't have time, so this is fine. A good 20 to 30 minutes is perfectly good soak. You'll have a lot of nice flavor on your steaks. Alright, so I'm going to let that sit for a little bit. We're going to wait for our potatoes, and then once the potatoes come out, I'll show you what to do with those. Alright, so our steaks have been marinating for roughly 30 minutes. I cooked my potatoes. I just got them started in the microwave, and those were in there for about 20 minutes or so. They are actually starting to soften, so this is perfect for what we're looking for. This is kind of a fast way to do it, and then you can just finish it off on the grill. And then we like to just kind of do it this way so that everything is finished at the same time. Otherwise, if you wanted to do your potatoes on the grill the whole time, it'll take you probably a good 40 minutes on the grill. So what I'm basically going to do is just wrap them up. I'm going to make little pockets here. So we're going to take each potato, add a little dab of butter, and then I'm just going to sprinkle with salt and pepper. And you can season your potatoes however you like. A little bit of pepper. My hubby, his name is Brian, he is actually out on the grill now just heating it up for me. And basically the steps are you start heating it up, you oil your grill as well. So he's oiling it down for me. And then you basically start your steaks. So what we're going to do is we're going to start our steaks on high. So you bring up the heat really high. We're going to get a good sear on each side. So you sear for 1 minute, turn it, sear for another minute, and then we're going to bring the temperature to about 400 on the grill. And then we are going to cook it off. And basically, depending on how well done you like your steak, I will put a chart at the end of this video, so stay tuned to the end of the video, and there's a nice little chart on there. It'll show you, depending on the thickness of your steak, how long to cook it, how long for the first side before you flip, etc. So I really like a medium rare steak. My husband likes medium rare as well. If you like more of a medium, you know, go ahead and follow the directions on the chart for that also. So we're searing on both sides and then cooking it for a certain amount of minutes on one side, flipping it, certain amount of minutes on the other side, and then it's done. And then make sure to not cut into your steak until you've let it rest. You definitely want to let it rest on the counter for maybe 5 to 6 minutes at least, so that you can let all the juices inside settle, and that'll really lend to a really nice juicy steak. So I'm gonna just continue to make the potato pockets here. I'm already enjoying a little glass here, so cheers. This is just a little more of the Cabernet Sauvignon that I marinated the steak with. We're also members of Cooper's Hawk, which is a nice winery restaurant around here. So we get to do little wine tastings every once in a while, so that's always fun. Closing that one up. I will put the full recipe in a link below, so if you want to check that out, you'll be able to grab the full recipe there, and feel free to play around with the marinade ingredients if you want. You can always add something else. You can also change up your wine if you like another red that's better. Feel free. Alright, so we're almost done here. 2 more potatoes to go. We are a family of 5, so I just got 5 potatoes here. This recipe, the steak recipe for the marinade is good for about 2 pounds worth of steak. You could just multiply it if you have more guests coming over. You can always just add more to the marinade ingredients, and then obviously you can increase your potatoes for the amount of guests that you have. I am just rubbing these potatoes with the butter, and then I'm keeping it in the pocket of foil. So basically, as it grills on the grill, you're going to get all that yumminess. The butter's going to melt. Like I said before, you can also do olive oil instead if you wish, if you want to not do the butter. Okay, so this is our last one. And I'm going to go head out to the patio to find Brian, and we are going to grill up these potatoes and the steaks. See you then. We got the potatoes on, and now we're getting the steaks on. So we're going to do a nice sear on one side for about a minute, and then we'll flip them. So we're about ready to flip it. It's been a minute or so. So it's on high, which is about 500 degrees here. After it goes for the minute on the other side, we'll bring it down to 400. Okay, we're at a minute now, so we're going to flip it.
Flip it, turn it down.
Yep. So now we're flipping it again, and we're going to bring it down to 400 degrees. Alright, we're taking them off now. And another plus to grilling outside, besides the delicious smell and taste, is you actually save on a little electricity as well. Our potatoes ready too, I think. So we are done. I hope you enjoyed this video. We have our steaks resting. We're probably going to rest them for about 6 or 7 minutes, and we have our delicious potatoes. So if you like this video, please give me a like and share with your friends, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Take care.